So I have to remember exactly what to say because I'm going to forget it. So we're going to be making brownies today. So let's start with the ingredients. So we have cocoa powder, we have walnuts, 4 eggs, vanilla extract, salt. We have
baking powder, brown sugar, all-purpose flour, and regular sugar. And those are going to be, and we have melted butter back here. Back here, hanging out in the back.
Yeah.
Melted.
Yeah.
Topic of the day
is going to be interest rates.
Ooh, wow. Get ready for that. Here we go. While Christina's doing her thing over there, we're going to be talking about interest rates and how it has affected the current market.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Go for it.
Here we go.
I can't do 2 things at once.
Yeah.
So
we're going to have Christina focus right now just on the baking part, and I'm going to do a lot of the talking in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Mm-hmm. So right now, interest rates, the average right now as of November the 2nd, it is 7.25% fixed 30-year. So that is the average right now. The market has, how's that affected you? Oh. How has that affected in the real estate world?
Okay, everybody wanted houses, and now all those people, we got to cut them in half.
Really?
So, yeah. So I had a lot of people that got priced out, and that's the reality that we live in. But we were able to give them solid game plans. Like, hey, if you don't qualify right now, then what's going to be the game plan for next year? Or what is going to be the game plan to get you into a house as soon as possible? So sometimes people need rapid rescores, or they need things like that done. And that's when you guys come in.
And we talk about, when it comes to the rates, so before we were doing a lot of, that's one, yeah.
One.
So we were doing a lot of helping clients when it comes to getting down fixed rates, lower rates. They qualify for a lot more. So what Christina was saying was that somebody that might have qualified for $500,000 with a 3% rate, now their buying power has been cut dramatically from $500,000 all the way down to $350,000 with the current rate as it stands. So the buying power has decreased. Now the good news for a lot of people that are watching is that the houses also have been reduced in value. We're seeing a lot of price deductions, anywhere from 10 to 30%, and seller credits are back.
Yes.
Remember when it was crazy, 2%, and everybody was like, I've been putting offers on houses like crazy.
I had a person, and we put $30K above, and we still didn't get the house. I was so pissed. I was like, who's the moron that messed it up for me?
Well, now it's a little bit different. Now that market has switched. I mean, I felt like it was night and day.
Yeah.
We were talking about how it was a seller's market and how we couldn't find a property because of the way that it is. And then, boom, out of nowhere, rates shot up. Buyers kind of halted a little bit because their buying power decreased dramatically.
But that always happens whenever you have a shift in the market. People are going to be hesitant, or people are not going to know where to go. So they're going to be like a pause, like, hey, what's going on?
Well, I mean, that it is very normal. And obviously, the scary part about going into the market now with the current way that it is that with the market the way it is, you're getting seller credit and you're getting a lot more bang for your buck for the houses that are getting discounted.
Yeah.
So I feel like the best thing to do is to purchase a home now because rates are going to decrease.
Well, we don't really know what's going to happen, but there's this saying right now that's super popular. I keep on hearing it in all the social medias. I'm not saying who says it. There's other people out there. There's other realtors out there.
You're going to say like the McDonald's one?
I'm not going to say the McDonald's one.
I'm not going to say. Let the baker head say.
But my McChicken.
Yeah, my McChicken. Well, okay, so a lot of people are saying the date
the rate,
marry the home.
But I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
Okay.
You know why? Because it sounds irresponsible. Because we're not talking about buying a car, buying a new iPhone, financing it. We're talking about buying a house. Mm-hmm. And when you tell somebody like, hey, wing it, that doesn't sound like a solid plan, especially when this is going to be the biggest purchase. So what I like to think about is there's 2 things that can happen. Worst case scenario, the interest rates keep on going up. You're buying right now, this is the best it's gonna be for you at this point. Mm-hmm. Best case scenario, interest rates next year go down. Guess what? You get to refinance next year, or as soon as the numbers work for you, and you do it like that. But if the interest rates go down, home prices are gonna go up. I rather buy when the houses are low and I can fix the interest rate to fix my mortgage. But instead of saying date the rate, say, can you afford this monthly? These numbers, I don't want to be home poor, where everything, my whole paycheck is going to the house and I have nothing else to show. Because you don't want to be living like that either, I feel like.
Well, I mean, that's a valid point. I mean, right now, as a financial advisor, what I usually like to say to clients that are looking into venturing whether or not they should continue renting or they should buy, I like to use that analogy where it's, how long have you rented for? Can we multiply that by the amount of months that you've been renting, and what have you put into somebody else's equity, and could you build that for yourself? Take a look at when the bank looks at your financial capacity, it's because you qualify for a home, and based off of your debt to income, your credit score, we're going to say, hey, you can qualify for this payment. Maybe it's not the dream home. Maybe it's not the bells and whistles where you're going to get everything you really, really wanted, but it's a home, a foundation for you and your family.
Yeah, and right now I have a lot of people that are buying their second property, and some of them are buying it as an investment property, but some of them are like, hey, Christina, I didn't love this house. Let's go find the one that I really love.
Well, let's talk about solutions. So now we're going to talk about interest rates and how a lot of people are winning in this market. So right now, seller concessions are back.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
I love them.
So what that means is, as seller concessions are back, you can apply.
What is a seller concession? For somebody that
doesn't know. All right, let's bring it back. Seller concession is when the seller contributes to your closing costs, prepaid or discount points. So what that is the seller is actually getting from their proceeds of what they should have made or could have made, and they're giving that money over to you to apply to those things. So what we say is, when we're making an offer, when Christina makes an offer on a home, we're putting on the contract that the seller concession or the seller credit can go towards your closing costs, your prepaids, and or discount points, wherever we need it, right? So let's say, for example, we are going to do a 6.875% is going to cost you $10,000 in discount points, right? Then we can get the seller to cover that $10,000.
What are discount points?
You want me to explain that really
Yeah,
quick?
I don't know nothing.
All right, well, cool.
I think I'm the newbie.
So here we go. We're going to talk about discount points. So a discount point is when the lender has to charge a current dollar amount in order to buy down or pay for that interest rate to that investor. So what that means is, if the current market is 7.25% for your current situation, but you need to have a 6.875% in order to qualify for that beautiful home you want, now we're going to have to pay discount points. We're going to have to buy down that interest rate from 7.25 down to 6.875 in order for them to qualify.
So with that happening more and more, do you guys have any new programs or anything that's coming out that does that?
So yes, there are a few things that people are doing. So some people are doing what's called, everybody knows, it's a 2-1 buy down. The 2-1 buy down is a program that a seller or a realtor, a third party, has to pay for the buyer's buy down, temporary buy down, what's called the 2-1. The first 2 years, your interest rate is deduced by 2%.
Okay.
Right? Then after the third year, it's going to go up 1%, and then for the remainder of the years, it's going to be fixed. Now, the cool thing about it is that and this is a little pointer, is that if you receive a seller credit, right, and you decide to refinance later on, the seller credit is not gone away. You can actually put that towards your principal and do a principal reduction.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really intriguing. So a lot of people are saying, okay, well, what if this is a real scenario. You bought a home for $450 and you do a 2-1 buy down. So your interest rate would go from a 6.875. Well, she's doing her thing over here. Your interest rate would be a 6.875 for the first 2 years. It'll drop down to a 4.875. Okay. And then after the third year, you're going to go up another to a 5.875. Now, during those first 2 years, the seller gave you $10,000, $20,000 to go towards your points.
Okay.
And then what happens is that, let's say in a year, rates go down to a 3%.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen to that client? They're going to refi.
Yeah.
They're going to say, I'm not going to stay
Because they're going to be
here.
like, I'm not going to stay here with this.
I'm not going to stay here. But what happens with the credits that were not used during that 2-1 buy down?
I don't know.
You get that money and you put it towards your principal reduction. You do a principal reduction.
Cool. Okay. So we got options with this interest rate stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Because the 2-1 buy down, what it is just money that's put away in an account. And instead of giving all that bulk of money right up front, it goes into an account, and little by little every month that gets reduced. And then if you don't use it, they give it back to you to reduce your principal balance.
Okay.
I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, there's so many options out there. You could do a traditional buy down, which is going to be where we talked about the discount points, where somebody could decide that they.
Well,
don't
we have a customer right now that's doing that, right?
We have a customer right
Yeah,
now
we
that's
have
doing it actually.
Yeah. So he was like, hey, I want this specific mortgage. I want this monthly.
Yep.
And then Jesus was like, we can do it. This is how much you got to pay. And he was like, I'll do it. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Yeah, Christine was like, all right, so let's
Yeah, I was
make
like,
it happen.
hey, whatever you say.
I mean, ultimately, the decision lies on the customer.
Yeah.
It has to be, as long as they know the rules, they can play the game.
But also, but I think also, like, it depends on who you work with. Because not every realtor and not every lender is going to know the same things. And so it's always good to have, different opinions and different options. But it's always good to have like somebody that knows and that has been in the business for how long? How long have you been in the business for?
Now, as a financial advisor, I've been now, it's going to be 11 years now.
So, homeboy knows
Oh,
stuff.
Lord. 11 years make me sound old. But guys, I started very young. Very young.
So, but in that, you get experience. And like, that's the one thing that I say will always, it doesn't matter how long you've been in school or how long you've done something, like in the sense of how many, the longer you've been doing something, the more experience you get.
What do they
and
say?
that's
It's like
something.
9 years. They say in order for you,
you to be a master or
you're
something.
doing a master or something for 9 years. So I
Like,
mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a master or something, but I really nailed it.
He's
down.
pretty much saying that.
No, basically. I mean, I'm
you're
pretty
much
close
saying
to it.
Yeah. Okay.
That looks good. All right, so
boom,
let's try.
Master of baking.
Hey. All right, so we're gonna spray it with coconut oil. I feel like the girls from where they're like, with
Oh
the
my
hand.
God. Yeah, when
This
they have the
year's
powder.
coconut-
This is a Mac 37.
Yeah.
Okay, so we moved. It's cleaner here.
Yay.
Okay, so going back to the interest rate stuff. If somebody were to tell you, you're talking to somebody on the phone, right? You're making a cold call, as we say in the biz, and they tell you, no, estos intereses están demasiado alto, blah, 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 blah. What is it that you tell them?
I mean, the first go would be,
I'm gonna wait for the market to crash.
if I had $1 for every time I got that. Well, okay, so here's the thing. So I usually like to say, first I acknowledge what they're saying, so I don't try to brush it off. So I say, I totally understand how you feel. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are feeling the same way, but they have found, after talking to us and meeting with us in person and talking about their situation.
I feel like in person is always better.
In person makes it a lot easier, and especially with the numbers, I feel like it's harder to sell this over the phone than it is in person, because I feel like when they visually see the numbers and they see it in person, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah. What we did with that one customer, he was like, if you're right and the market and this falls, right, and then the interest rates go up, but the prices go down, this is what your monthly is. If you buy now, these are the numbers.
Yeah.
And this is what your monthly is.
Right.
And there was like no difference. It was like maybe $200 in that scenario.
Well, okay, so I had the client, that same client, that was like, oh, I want to put $80,000-$90,000 down, and I was like, wow, that sounds like a really lot of money to put down right this moment. And so I told him he had $180,000 in his bank. He said, okay, well, I want to put a lot of money towards my down payment. And while that sounds really awesome and really cool, the issue that I was having was the ultimate goal that he was having was like, I really don't want to pay a certain amount. So I said, okay, well, if we were to do 20% down, remove the mortgage insurance, go conventional, then we'll be able to utilize the other big chunk of money to buy 5 different properties. So when I broke it up like that, I'm like, you can buy 5 different properties, earn $300 to $400 per each.
Exactly.
And wash it
because
out
it's not just you, hey, we want you to just buy more houses just for you to buy more houses.
Right.
Like, it also has to financially make sense. Like,
exactly.
If you were to rent them out at the current rent rate, this is how much money you would end up with.
Right.
Versus for all your monies, for all your eggs to go in one basket. Again, We understand how important your first purchase is, whether you're thinking of long-term investing or maybe you're like, hey, Christina, I don't want to invest. I just want to pay my casita and that's it. Great. Hey, everybody has different goals. So we're going to be able to talk to you about the different options that you may have.
Right. And that's ultimately, everybody's situation is a little different, just like everybody's
and
their financial things are different. So everyone lives different lives, so they're not all going to be created the same.
Do I bring it all the way to the end?
I mean, it looks pretty good that way.
Right?
I mean, I was going to say, did you put sugar? I didn't even see you put sugar. Oh wait, the producer just sent us a message and said, we are missing sugar in the...
I can't remember.
Taste it. Just taste a little bit. Well, it's right there. With your finger. Don't lick it.
No, I know. I was going to lick it. That's why I was like, give me a spoon.
Okay. I don't know why I licked a little bit on my finger and I was like...
I want to say as you were talking, I was like...
You were nailing it.
I was nailing it. I believe so.
So the producer was right. We are missing a little bit of sugar. It's really cocoa-y. We got a good cocoa in here.
Oh my god.
I don't remember how much it said. It said
Hey, but do we have to take it?
2 cups of sugar. That's why it doesn't taste like anything. Okay. All right. That is okay.
Good catch.
And that is why you need a good lender to catch all the small details
That you missed.
that you miss. All right. That is 1.
Okay. But I gotta take it out of the pan. Right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
In here? Moment. The production said,
we're,
hey, okay.
Yeah. The
We're
big
gonna
boss.
fix it, guys. We're gonna fix it.
Yeah, that's all right. Just like any situation you're going through, it could always be fixed with a little bit of sugar.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what. Just a little diabetes.
Just a little bit of sugar and we're good to go.
Are you sure it's 2 cups?
2 cups of white sugar, yeah.
Damn. Wait. Let me finish mixing.
Mmm, it looks so good.
Don't look, guys.
Well, while she's mixing that and making it all taste really yummy
And sugary.
and sugary,
Okay.
let's talk about,
What other parts?
well, let's talk about the part of how that also, as far as when you're making offers, how are you making those offers or having that conversation with, I'll do this while you
to be honest,
talk about it.
yeah. Okay. So to be completely honest, with the market shift and like the sellers know what's up. You know, we know that it's not like last year.
The jig is up.
The jig is up.
The jig is up. Things are happening.
When people say, I have so many offers and I see a cobweb on your lockbox, I know you're full of it. So that's the truth.
Cobwebs on your lockbox?
For real. I always have to be like tap and then we're in. But the market has shifted. So in that being, the buyers have a little bit more leeway. So sellers that are on the market and are on the market more than 26 days, which is the average right now in Orlando.
Really? That much?
Yeah, 26. I remember one time it was like 12 and 7. Like,
or it was like, or same day, something would hit the market and it was like, bam.
yeah, I remember the lines. I was like,
The lines.
that is
that it was.
crazy. Where am I going?
But why do you think that a buyer should, with rates the way that they are,
Yeah.
in your real estate experience, why do you think somebody should buy?
Because you're paying 100% when you're renting, period. Like,
Just itself is like mic drop.
yeah, like it's just like there's no going around it. Like, I know everybody hears this 1,000 times and they're just like, Christina, we're over it. I totally get it. But when you think about it, in order to get into a house, you have to do the fee in order to get in, the application fee.
Application.
You have to do the application fee. I've seen some places where they charge you $150 per head. I've seen one place that was $300 per head. So if you have already 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 per head, you already got $400 right there, right?
That can be your appraisal.
And then that's money that you could have put to the inspection, to the appraisal,
To your down payment.
and then you're talking about first month, last month, and a security deposit. 3 together, boom, there's your down payment. And if we have the sellers right now giving you your closing costs, that's helping you with the closing costs. I got somebody. Hello, I just got somebody. 4%. Booyah, we got it. Done. Caso cerrado. So when you think about it, really, it's just like either I can put this money, invest it in the rental, a house that I cannot paint, that I cannot choose things to, or I can put it into a house. Even if I buy the crappiest house in the acute block, guess what? The house, that crappy little house is 100% yours. And you can do whatever you want with it if you're not in an HOA.
Plug. If you're not in an HOA.
If you're not in an HOA. Disclaimer.
I mean, I'm not going to say now we should try it a little bit.
Okay.
So, let's see how we did now.
I feel good about this.
I
feel good about this.
I literally tried a little bit in my hand and I'm like.
That's how you caught it?
Yeah, I had it in my finger. God said, put it on my finger. Like,
Okay.
No.
We got it. We got it.
We got it? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me try it.
Wait. I liked it.
Did you hear that, producer? I licked it.
And now we're going to play it on slow motion.
I licked it.
They're going to replay it in slow-mo like the lick. No.
All the germaphobes out there were like, no!
But look, it happened, guys.
A lot better.
Look, it happened. Stuff happened.
A lot better. So let's put it in the
Oven.
Handy down in the oven. And we're handing it off to the oven. Oven, do your thing.
And how many minutes
30
are we gonna?
minutes.
30 minutes.
30
It's gonna
minutes
be a
of
doozy.
goodness. So
Okay.
now we wait. Do you think these brownies are almost ready?
There it
Perfect
is.
timing. So perfect. Wow.
Hey.
Crusty burnt brownies.
It's not crusty.
I'm kidding.
I fixed
It looks
it.
really good, actually.
Okay, maybe it is a little crusty.
Maybe it is a little. I think.
You know what? People like it like that sometimes.
You know, sometimes crunchy
Yeah,
on the
sometimes they're
outside
like-
and soft on the inside.
Maybe get a knife.
We just talked about it.
Oh.
We're gonna let it cool down. You literally said, get the knife. We literally just talked about it. You have to wait till it cools down.
Wait, but you can't even. I remember. Wait. Look, there's a long time ago that I used to bake cakes.
No,
from
no,
a
no.
box,
No,
but it
it's-
still counted.
it's
And
to
I
see if
would,
it's ready.
you stick it.
Yes, but-
Mételo adentro.
But do you see how burnt it looks?
Yeah.
We are not about to. I can tell you with certainty that this is totally baked. It is for sure baked, guys. We don't have to do the knife test. So, in conclusion
Yeah.
of what we were talking about, to add to your comment, I know that you hate the comment.
What comment?
The comment about the interest rates, marry the rate,
Oh, yeah.
marry the house, not the rate, and all that good stuff. Okay, so
I just think it's super cheesy.
okay, super cheesy, but it makes sense. So I'm gonna kind of defend our peeps out there that are watching this.
Yeah,
okay?
your other realtors.
My other realtors and my other lenders that are watching. The terminology where we talk about marry the home and date the rate, it's catchy. I know it's really cheesy, but the truth is that as the market continues to shift,
Either two things are gonna
so
happen.
either two things are gonna happen, the certainty, right? There's a certainty there. It's either gonna get really worse and it's gonna get 10, 15, 20, 30% interest rate. It's gonna be crazy. Well, wouldn't you have wished that you would have purchased now
When you could have.
when you could have?
And you could have gotten
And then you're
approved.
outpriced?
Yeah, because then
Completely.
when the interest rates get that high and the prices, if they continue to go how they are, then you would be priced out.
So date the rate, but what if the opposite happens? What
If the
if
interest rates go
the
down.
rates go down to 4% interest rates? Awesome, perfect, refinance because you're just dating the rate.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But if you found the, okay, relax.
I just-
But if
I'm
you
not- I don't like
I know
how
you
it
like the saying, I know
sounds.
it
It's
sounds
just like-
cheesy, but you want
I
to
feel like
the house.
no, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Okay.
I feel like the better way to come to our conclusion is there are two things that could happen. Either the interest rates are going to continue to going up, or they're gonna go down. So if they continue to go up, buy now because this is the lowest it's gonna get. If it continues to go up, if it gets lower, then in that case, buy now that the numbers work for you and you can afford the monthly, and then in 2 years or in the future, you bring it down. That's it. Those are the only two options, really.
But it's the slogan, it's the catchiness of marry the home and date the rate that's out there. Well, you could put that on a t-shirt.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna put it on. No,
Don't put it on.
We're not putting
Don't put
it on
a
a t-shirt.
I'll wear it as a t-shirt.
Well, you
I
put
will
that
do
with
it.
your home price stuff, but
Well,
not in this show.
Well,
no.
this show, we're gonna marry the home. Well, the marry the home is basically what it's trying to say is don't wait to buy anything.
Yeah.
If you found the house that meets your family's needs, it's in the location you want, the school that you need it to be. If it meets the location, right? Then marry the home, that's the home. If it works, if you are able to get it approved and go through the bank and it makes sense, then
Go for it.
go for it. I mean, the truth is, prices are gonna go up when rates go down, and it's gonna turn back into a seller's market. No seller credits are gonna be applied. We're gonna get back to how it was.
Yeah.
It was crazy before.
Yeah.
So you ready to eat this?
Yes.
Let's do it. Small piece, big piece.
Big.
Yeah.
No, big piece. I tasted the thing. I did good.
All right.
I did good on this one.
So, oh. Okay.
Can you go?
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
But give me a smaller piece because I want to have coffee with this.
Okay. Let me just cut that sides.
Extra crusty.
Perfect. How I like it.
Yeah.
Extra
1
crunchy.
year later.
Just like we did. All right.
Okay.
Look at that. And then one for me and one for you. Look at that plating. Wow. Just wow.
One.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, it has a crunchiness from the outside.
Okay, and the soft and gooiness in the inside.
Get it together, Christina.
I thought I was going to use my hands in the end. Okay, I like it.
On the walnuts. 10 out of 10, and I'll do it again.
Chef's kiss on this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but we're...
Thank God it didn't
Mortgage,
forget.
what? I'm going to be opening up my own bakery.
Yeah. Thank God I remembered the sugar.
The production team was actually the one that reminded us. Oh, they said, you're welcome. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. No, that was just for me.
Good, great. Oh, that means that they're talking crap about me. They're like,
Who knows?
they're like, yeah. Christina's trying to get all the credit.
Can you? Didn't know they just said to save some for the crew members. Can you stop?
They have a whole plate.
They're like, save some for them.
Okay, I'll tell them. Wow.
Okay, guys. With that being
I
said,
sweat my ball. Please like and subscribe, ring that bell, share and comment. Please, we need your help in order for us to go viral in all social media outlets. So I know that we're not the best cooks, but we're here trying. I'm a realtor,
I'm a lender.
but we're here, okay? So we're gonna
We're
make
here
the best.
entertaining you.
Yeah, entertaining you and not sharing our food.
They're not sharing our food. This is
Well,
for us.
But we'll give you the recipe so you guys can try it at home. So if you guys want to bake this and want to hashtag us as you're trying it our way, go right ahead. So please follow, subscribe, and then you can follow him here and you can follow me here. Bye guys.
Bye. Period. Period. Period.
No, don't do